Good Morning Wilmington is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Good morning, Wilmington. Good morning, Wilmington.
Woo! Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? This is your main man, Big Iv, the talk of the town, and my lovely co-host.
Vincenza, good morning, Wilmington. And hold on, wait a minute. We didn't do our traditional.
Oh, yeah, we did our fist bump.
This is the first one of 2024.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe we're in 2024?
Already, Vincenza. Already. 2023 just ran by, and I had a good 2023. Did you?
I did too. I'm very thankful, very blessed for 2023. But just to be by your side, co-hosting Good Morning Wilmington at DETV, all of 2023, it's been remarkable.
Yeah.
Really,
I gotta say, it's been dope by your side,
Yeah,
too.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
the energy, but I love the energy that everyone brings to the set of Good Morning Wilmington, and I think that's what's so tremendous about it. And
Yeah.
it's been a good 2023 was very good, but I think 2024 we're going to take it up a notch or two. What do you think?
Yeah, what are you looking for 2024?
Well, I would love to continue my obviously involvement here at Good Morning Wilmington.
You sound like a great lead.
And no, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh,
I'm not going anywhere,
okay.
but I want to continue to grow.
I know.
I feel
Yeah.
like I've been a part of the growth here at DETV and Good Morning Wilmington show. It feels like we've grown so much. We're going into year 3 for me.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's pretty cool. Year 3, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. I love to be a part of growth and development and watch something just blossom.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to be like front row, ready to go. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. I'm going to take it up. We're going to
Let's
take it up
a notch.
Maybe a couple of notches.
Oh,
what do
shoot.
you think?
I love
but
it. I
talk
love it.
about like taking it up a couple of notches. Wow to the New Year's Eve party that you had here on the set of Good Morning Wilmington DETV. I don't know if you didn't.
Insane.
If you were there, you missed out on a really awesome party.
Insane. It's
Wow.
Totally insane. Totally
Wow.
insane.
It was probably the party of the year.
It had to be.
To me, it was, because we don't, born and raised in Delaware.
Yeah.
There's been some great parties that other organizations have hosted throughout the years in the state of Delaware, but
No one expected it.
You definitely take the cake for the
I
best
appreciate it.
party around. I was when I walked through the doors of Good Morning Wilmington set, it was transformed into this, amazing
Soundstage.
New Year's Eve soundstage. Like we were at the Grammys, obviously. Like it was like the Oscars, Grammys, a red carpet event, but a party. The whole set was transformed. There was a red carpet, there was a photo booth, there was DETV and lights, which you could see behind us.
Yeah.
That was lit up. There were balloons. It was catered. Bartender here making cocktails and specialty drinks.
Shout out to Glow.
Yes, Glow. Oh, we love you, Glow. And then, just every single detail. You walk through the doors. They had the decorations. Everyone was dressed the nines. You looked very dapper.
Thank you.
In your tuxedo,
In my
sir.
Jordans.
And your Jordans. I love a little personality.
Yeah.
But the music, the
jeez.
artists, the talent that was in the room.
That was insane.
We were honored to have them. What was it? Grammy Award winner.
Adam Blackstone.
Blackstone.
And
Wow.
Adam does the music for the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys.
Wow.
And 4-time music director for the Super Bowl.
Yes, that's right.
So he performed. It was just insane.
What an honor to have Adam
Yeah.
Blackstone in the house performing. His whole family was here.
On New Year's Eve night.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. And then on top of that,
Emmy Award winning Allison Williams
Wow.
was my co-host, and
Wow.
she performed a medley, and that was just insane.
she was another dynamic talent that was in the house. We had so many influential leaders. Who's Who of Delaware was also present. We can go, there was a list, but it was the place to be that night.
Yeah, and I definitely want to give a shout out because this also focused not just on mental health and behavioral health. That was the reason. And one thing about DETV, we do things for a reason, right? We're just not going to party. We're going to party with a purpose. So I wanted to say, say that. but I also want to give a crazy shout out for the local acts that we had that was on the stage.
Yes.
That shared the stage. Maya Bellardo, the jazz singer, just killed it. Did you hear her voice?
I did. When I walked through the doors, she was playing such a great song by Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love. And the whole band, everybody, just the energy in the room. I was like, what a great place to be. Yeah. Not only food, drink, I mean, everyone was dressed the nines, and it's always fun to dress up, but also the music, the entertainment. Yeah. What a party.
It was crazy.
What a party. And a party, you not only, I'm sorry to interrupt,
no,
but I'm just so excited to talk about it and bring attention to it, because this is just the beginning. I hope this happens again, because I really think everyone's going to want to go to the next party.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Maya killed it, but I also want to give a crazy, crazy shout to the house band, Universal Funk Order. No one saw this coming. No. Joe, did you see it coming, Joe? See, look, those guys, they hit the stage, right, and then you look at the screen right now, they hit the stage with a 7-piece band, band, and homegirl on the trumpet, on the trombone, my man on the trumpet, they killed it. They was a house band, and what was so dope about them was they was like, Ivan, whatever you need, because they knew this was my first rodeo, right? I don't know anything about music, but they were like, what you need us to do? Who you need us to play for? They was like, yo, forget the money. We just need to make sure we have a dope production. Awesome. And they brought it, and they partied like it was 1999.
It was tremendous. The energy, the talent, the musicianship. I mean, you could just tell the skill set of every single musician that hit that stage. It was top notch. I mean, we were at the Grammys. Yeah. I mean, we were there. We were at a top notch musical performance, concert, but also a party.
Star-studded event.
Yes, star-studded event.
But the stars were the people, the community that showed up.
Yes.
That's what the stars were. The stars were them, right? And shout out to Bethany Hall Long that came and spoke a little bit about Lieutenant Governor, but she was there in the nurse capacity. Bethany Hall Long that discussed behavioral health and mental health. Yes. And my main man, Senator Chris Coons, who stopped by and and talked to the people about it also. Right. So again, party with the purpose. DETV Music is here to support and bring awareness to behavioral and mental health. That's our thing. I think we're just going to ride with that forever and a day.
As we should. You know? We always talk about the importance of mental health here on Good Morning Wilmington, not just for women, but also for men.
Oh, God. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, it's a thing. And we're going to continue that conversation into 2024 and champion mental health and behavioral health awareness. And I think that's amazing that you're partying with a purpose. I love that.
Yeah, that's our thing. Partying with a purpose.
Partying with a purpose.
With that being said, Blue Coats had a party. Woo! Didn't they, Joe?
Oh, man, we had an amazing party. Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy, Coach Joe, the ambassador of basketball for your 2022-23 G League champions. You see the ring? Oh, you don't have to kiss it, though. But, yo, Delaware Blue Coats and the Ivan.
What? I'm only saying what.
I know this is Good Morning Wilmington. And you're Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity. But after New Year's Eve, we're going to call you Mr. Grown and Elegant now. Yo, yes, that night was so elegant. That's the word I can attach to that night. And that's what it is. You take elegant and then you take excellence and you put that together and you got your championship Delaware Blue Coats. Because that's what we are. We're the same thing. We're all in the community. Yes, we had a great win on Friday. Took a little loss on Saturday, but you know what? We'll bounce back. The team's going to be on the road. We'll come back at the end of the month. But in the meantime, you know, with my friends over here, the Member Health Caritas, we have open gym, free open gym at the field house. The kids can come in. Parents, it's not like nothing you've ever seen. Go to DelawareBlueCoats.team, get on there, get your kids registered. It's like 100, 150 kids. The team is there, the coaches, we have a lot of fun, and the #1 mascot in the whole G League is always there, Cody! And you know what? I even talked about the community, and I brought some community friends with me. Yo, can you introduce yourself real quick, sir?
Hello, Stephen Wilkerson, Claymont Community Center.
Yes, and everybody, the lady with the plan, my girl, come on, tell them who you are.
Hi everyone, I'm Allison David, CEO at the Claymont Community Center.
Yes, and we do some great things at Claymont. Y'all guys know, CYBL, every Wednesday night, Claymont Community Center, free skills and drills. Yeah. One thing I loved about Stephen and Allison when they approached me and we came together, said, what can we do that's family fun, family safe, and reasonable price-wise for the family? So we do a free skills and drills, and we also do a basketball league that's under $100. But Stephen, tell them about some other things you guys do over there real quick.
Well, what do we have? Arts, we have flag football.
I ain't doing no football.
No football?
We ain't talking no football.
Okay.
We ain't talking no football. Leave that part out.
I get it. Flag football. We have, what else, Allison? What do we have? I'm drawing a blank.
He's drawing a blank. What? He ain't
don't get nervous now.
He ain't ready for the big stage.
Don't get nervous now.
I'm not nervous. So our Empowered Youth Program is a free program for kids in 4th through 8th grade.
Hold on, you said free?
Yes.
Oh, she said free.
F-R-E-E-E.
Yeah, she said free.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue. I'm
so
sorry
it's
to
an
cut you off.
after-school program for kids in 4th through 8th grade. We have homework help. We have great snacks every afternoon. We have STEM, art, lots of different activities for kids. We know that coming out of the pandemic, as we've talked about mental health, kids are deeply affected by the pandemic, by the isolation. This is a great opportunity for kids to be with one another in a safe place and do things that kids want to do. We have a lot of fun with them, and we hope that you will check us out on claymontcenter.org or call us at 302-792-2757.
Hold on, Allison.
STEM.
Hold on, yeah, she talked about the STEM, but hey, didn't you have a 5K?
We did have a 5K.
You have a lot of rooms over there, so people can they do things in those different rooms, or banquets and things of that nature?
So the Claymont Center is a really special place. There are programs for kids all the way up through adults. We also have building partners who operate their organizations in our space. And we have plenty of meeting space and gym rentals for the community. So it's a really special place, and I hope that you will, come out, check us out, and see all the great things we're doing.
But this is the best part. This is the best part. They also come to the best facility in the whole area, your Chase Fieldhouse, the home of your Delaware Blue Coats, your champions, and the #1 mascot in the whole G League, Cody! Yo, it's your boy, Coach Joe, Ambassador Basketball for your Delaware Blue Coats, and this is the Blue Coat, the Blue Coat Minute.
It's the ring too daggone heavy. That's what it is. That's why you can't do it. Every time he come with that ring, I got something to say, right? No, let me stop. Look, Delaware Blue Coats, you can watch the games here on the home games here on Channel 28 and on DETV. So make sure that you go check out a Delaware Blue Coats game. And Vin, if you have never been, it is a beautiful family atmosphere.
I believe
that
it.
will change your life about just sports and community here. So shout out to Delaware Blue Coats. Joe, thanks for everything that you do, brother.
Yes, thank you.
We
Coach
love it.
Joe.
And next time, Dennis, make sure we show Joe doing the same old two-step, right, that he did on New Year's Eve night. He was getting it in. He was getting it in, looking all fly. So thank you guys over there. I really, really appreciate it. Woo.
Yes.
All right. I need to make this claim, Vincenza, because we're talking about behavioral health and mental health. So also we want to say, if you are at home and you're watching and you just need someone to talk to, the slogan, what I found out the slogan is, it's okay not to be okay.
Yes.
So make sure you give, I have some friends over at Delaware Behavioral Health, and the phone number is 302-543-4425. Make sure you check that out. That's Delaware Behavioral Health, because mental health is very, very important.
Right,
I almost had like a breakdown. You see, and let me say this. In the black community, like mental health was never a big thing, right? We didn't know the name of it, right? It was just like, it is what it is. Go in about your day. But now, like, it's real. Mental health is freaking real. So if you're an employer, I tell you, give your people like a day off for mental health so they can go and just concentrate on self. But
yes, and thank you for sharing that contact information, because you would think that with the internet being so easily accessible to us, not everybody knows where to go when they're struggling. So write that number down. Make sure that you take advantage of this resource, this tool, because if you are struggling, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. We're all going through our own invisible battles.
I agree.
I always say they're invisible. We may look great in front, but behind the scenes, we're all struggling and fighting our own invisible battles. So don't be ashamed. Definitely take care of yourself. Remember, put yourself first. You come first. Because I always say this, I even say this to my family, you're no good to anyone unless you take care of yourself first. So if you want to help others, help yourself first, and then you'll be strong to help the ones you love around you.
And another thing, while we're speaking about health, segue to DETV Health, prostate cancer. For men out there, make sure you go get your physical and your exam. Prostate cancer is running rampant within not just the black community, but they don't give a damn what community it's running. So if you're a man out there, go get checked, go get tested.
Take care of your health, get tested. There's plenty of resources out there. Help yourself. That, again, don't be ashamed. Help yourself. It's really important, especially the men out there. I know women they're usually pretty good with taking care of their health, but the men have to be, their own, I would like to say their own doctors, but they're really their own person to help themselves with their health. They have to. It's very, very important.
Very important, especially these days. Segue, bam. What do you think about I need to give my man a shout out about the decorations.
This right here?
The DETV
and
if you saw the pictures, the photo box, especially shout out, what's the name of it? Black Apple Creations, right?
Wow.
So shout out to my man Andrew at Black Apple Creations for the decorations and balloons by Angie. Right, I want to make sure that everyone gets a plug.
Right. And did we say Robbie Jester?
No, we didn't say Robbie Jester.
Did all the catering for the food. Shout out to Robbie Jester. If you don't know who he is, Google him. He is a celebrity chef. He has a catering company in Delaware, also businesses in Delaware. But he is the winner of Netflix series Pressure Cooker.
Yes.
So he's always been on television, but he's a celebrity chef. So no big deal. He had a celebrity chef.
We had celebrity chef. We had
catering your event. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
And then you had Glow.
Yes.
She was the one that specialized in all of the cocktails and bartending and the beverages for the event. And then the desserts. You had desserts. I saw the beautiful display of desserts. The cake pops.
What's it?
Cupcakes,
Cakes by Sherry? Is it Bakery by Sherry? What is it? Cherry. Cherry Baking Company. Killed it. Did you?
I saw right when I walked by. Beautiful display. Everything was displayed so wonderful. The details. Wow.
Shout out to Catrice.
Yes.
I gotta give a shout out.
We love you, Catrice.
Gotta give a shout out to Catrice, my wife Catrice, because the decorations were her. Because if it was me, we would have had this thing like
Very
outside.
simple.
It was just some old man stuff, right? Just like one color, hot dogs. Right?
That's not a bad party either.
And Sirius Radio. That's all we would have had,
right.
right? But no, shout out to them. And a shout out to, we said, the stage, my man Denzel with the stage.
Yes.
The name of the staging company, just please, sorry. But shout out to him. But most of all, who made this happen, and I'm going to call them by individually.
Yes. Say them.
Brandon Reed, right, our production assistant. My main man, Tim Fontaine, the guy that taught me how to do, cinematography. Dennis Pritchett, Sean Lindsay on the cameras. Sean and Brandon was killing the camera game. Did you see what they were doing?
Oh, yes. I had a chance to just get a glimpse of what they were doing, even on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And then the wait, did you have a photographer?
Yep. Kevin Allen.
You had a professional
Celebrity
photographer.
Kevin Allen,
Yes.
photographer.
Yep.
DJ Hank.
You had Hank. Oh,
Firefighter Hank. Love him. Game there.
You had everybody.
We had a ball,
I think
man.
You even had undercover security.
Yeah, I did.
I think you even had undercover security because I saw a few police officers dressed in tuxedos. They were like the undercover security here.
We were scared.
Every detail.
And you know what we were scared, right? We were scared that people were just going to show up. Right? And we weren't ready for that. Because we were going to open up the patio and put a big tent on the patio, right? But we had 126 people show up.
Wow.
Right, and 99 registered.
That's a lot of people.
You know, RSVP. So, yeah, we were scared. Did I forget anybody else? I want to make sure I don't forget any because everyone played a huge part in the success of this.
Yes.
And I don't want, we staged food, Glow, my daughter Madison, my son Ivan.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I think I got everybody. I think I got everybody.
Right.
But again, I could not do this if it wasn't for the people around me to help me get this done. So special shout out from me to everyone that did something. So thank you again, because we're changing the world. That's what the idea is for a nonprofit, impact, and we're making impact. And speaking of impact, Vincenza, what capeless superheroes do we have in the building today?
Well, we have a great show for you today. We have some dynamic women on set today.
Okay.
So first we have Sophie Lynford from the Delaware Art Museum.
Hey, Sophie!
Very excited to talk to Sophie. And then we have the Michele Fidance from Multiplying Good.
That's my homie right there.
We love Michele.
Yes.
And then last but not least, we have Sue Weldon from Unite for Her. We're excited to talk to Sue.
I love it, lady.
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute. Where the brothers at? We have all ladies today.
We had Coach Joe.
Joe don't count. Joe don't count. You know why Joe don't count? Joe don't count because he keep coming up with that ring. And and as the broadcast sponsor of for the Delaware Blue Coats, we're all ring. Now let me stop.
I got you, Coach Joe. You count every single time.
Yeah, you count, Joe. We
you
love
always count. No, we love you. We're just kidding. But we're very excited. We have a great show in store for you today. I do have to make a quick shout out
Please.
to.
We couldn't go any further without this one.
I know. A quick shout out to someone who is just tremendous in my world and my everything. My dad. I'm getting a little choked up.
No, it's fine. That's my man. I love him. He's dope.
My dad. It was his birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday. How old is Pop? 27, 21, 22?
72.
72 trips around the sun. Gotta love it. Happy birthday. We're gonna take a quick break real quick. And while we're out, we're gonna sing you happy birthday on our way out. Never mind, I ain't gonna mess it up for you. Happy birthday.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited, Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
I'm asking for 45 more years.
I'm asking for my baby girl.
I'm asking to see it up and running again.
I'm asking for all of us.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Ask about a prostate screening that can detect cancer when it's most treatable, so you can ask for so much more. Visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211 to learn more.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future, but Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
Welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. Look, if you're just catching up, something's wrong with your VCR. Oh, did I say VCR? Look, well, anyway, welcome back. I have Sue Weldon here from Unite for Her, an organization that focuses on supporting women with breast cancer and ovarian cancer. How you doing, Sue?
Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for being here.
Incredible show you have.
Thank you.
Great energy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unite Her.
Unite for Her.
Unite for Her. Tell us what it's about.
Yeah, so we're a national nonprofit, but we actually have a lot of work focused here in Wilmington.
Okay.
Where we support women and men that are affected by breast or ovarian cancer. And what we do at Unite for Her is we give them access to integrative care, think supportive services, like the mental health that you were talking about.
Oh, wow.
Sexual health counseling, yoga, acupuncture, massage therapy, all things that help them do better on treatment. Right. It allows them, we give them $2,000 worth of services. It's called a wellness passport, but it allows them to actually mitigate side effects and symptoms without more drugs and prescriptions by leaning into this integrative, supportive type of care. And we fund and deliver all of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's huge for the community, right?
Huge for the community. So right here, even in Wilmington alone, we applied for 2 grants that we did receive. We are so grateful to the Longwood Foundation and the Delaware Community Foundation. And it's allowing us to serve over 300 individuals just in this area alone, in the Delaware area, so that they can get access, $2,000 worth of services at any time. And some of those services are really helping them even with food insecurity, because nutrition is such a big component of cancer care. And when you have access to whole food nutrition, you get access to 6 weeks of vegetables sent to your home, $75 gift cards, groceries delivered. We have some basket meal delivery, and then registered dietitians that meet you where you are to help you mitigate those side effects and symptoms. Metallic taste, digestive issues, nausea. There's so much difficulty going through cancer treatment, right? And the GI system is really in a difficult place. But when we come in, we give you the tools that allow you to do better, and we fund and deliver that. And sometimes some of the community that we serve, like we are leaning in and prioritizing our underserved, our undersupported communities, and that is the difference between putting food on the table that week or having transportation to go to their chemotherapy.
That's true.
And that's important for us, that we can get access and be able to treat those individuals at a time when they need us the most.
So no barriers is what you're saying right now. Yeah. And because what I'm seeing, that there's a lot of organizations in Delaware, but that have great ideas, but there are barriers in the way that's stopping, and with that $2,000 passport,
you got it.
It helps out a lot.
That's right. And we pay their bills. Literally, they have a list of providers. They choose what they want. They have choice. Do I want to do medical acupuncture? Do I want to get 6 weeks of vegetables sent to my home? Do I want oncology massage to mitigate some of these side effects and symptoms, bone pain, neuropathy, headaches, hot flashes? There's so much there, right? They get to pick and choose their wellness plan because it's important to them.
Right.
Some have issues with sexual health. Some have issues with regular mental wellness, right? What you're talking about, because depression is a thing. Adhering to treatment is a thing. It's hard, especially when the side effects are so debilitating. But study and research has showed that bringing in integrative care, bringing in these services, help them stay on treatment longer, help them do better.
With them picking their wellness plan, how much better is that than you say the organization picking the wellness plan?
Oh, they have choice, right? Like everybody is different. I am a survivor. This is how all this occurred. I'm 19 years, young woman diagnosed, and it really came from my own experience. And what works for me might not work for you or for you, right? So I may have bone pain, headaches, exhaustion, and I may choose medical acupuncture. You may choose oncology massage. You may choose counseling and nutrition, because the emotional burden of putting food on the table is so debilitating that is also causing physical side effects, right?
Right.
All the outcomes are to reduce the stress, to eliminate, exhaustion, to help manage those side effects and symptoms, but they all approach it differently. And then they can make lifestyle changes because it felt good. It allowed them to see and get control and confidence in a disease they had no control over.
Right.
And that's what the Wellness Passport does. It gives them choice. They have this account with $2,000 worth of services, and that allows them to pick what works for them. Some, especially if they're underserved, they are using that passport for food. They need the food on the table, and that helps them emotionally as well as physically.
Right.
That alone, and access to registered dietitians, allows them to form a plan that's going to help them adhere to treatment. And that's key. It's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we hit it, because there's women, and you said men.
For breast cancer, absolutely.
Let's debunk the myth right now.
Absolutely.
Can men get breast cancer?
Absolutely, and they do. We have a Unite for Him. We have Unite for Him, for them, for our non-binary community. But yeah, men get, it's low.
Right.
So for example, in the United States, we have about 300,000 that are being diagnosed with breast cancer a year, women. For men, 2,000. So it's low. However, for my young men in my life, my boys, I'm a higher risk, right? They are a higher risk because I had breast cancer at 39.
Wow.
So now all of a sudden, you're looking at your risk factor. You just want to make sure you're checking your body, just like you check for moles. You're checking for, you talked about prostate cancer, making sure that you're getting checked there. That's important, right? So for men, just know your body. Know if something feels funny, get it checked out. And then it's the same treatment for men as well. There's that stigma, and at Unite for Him, during the pandemic, we went virtually.
Yes.
That broke down barriers.
Did it? How so?
Absolutely. So whether it was transportation, getting off of work, childcare, because we would go into communities and have a wellness event, 2, 3, 4-hour event. It was hard for some of our members to get off of work, get childcare, transportation. For our men, coming in person with a bunch of women, it's tough.
Yeah.
They just felt like, how am I here? But now they can go online, camera off, right? Listen to the services, understand what they can receive, how they can mitigate those side effects and symptoms, receive their Unite for Him passport. We treat men as well.
All right.
The organization seems like it's there's a need for it.
Oh, comprehensive.
Right, there's a need for it. And continuing to bring awareness to it is just very, very important. And we thank you so much for just being here and letting people know about this resource, this organization, because I didn't hear about it.
Right.
Until I saw you were coming on the show. I'm like, wow, this is such a tremendous organization to offer this to. Isn't it just for Delawareans or for people outside the state, the tri-state area?
Yeah, so we are actually national.
Wow.
We're very blessed to be able to shift our, whole model to go over the nation. We serve over 5,000. But in the Wilmington and the Delaware area, we have concentrated grants that we are focusing on over 300 individuals right in Delaware. So it's important for us, that before we had that grant, we were getting about 40 that we were because we're headquarters in Westchester.
Right.
That's our headquarters. So we got about 40 from Christiana, or people who knew about us, you know,
Okay.
crossing over the border. But now, because people are investing in us in Delaware, we can lean in and really get to those services to the community. There's about 1,100 that are diagnosed in the state of Delaware. We are now serving this year alone 300 of them, and we want to continue. And we want to make sure that we don't turn anyone away. And just being able to be here and have awareness and people get to know who Unite for Her is so important, and I thank you for that. It speaks
pleasure.
volumes, you know, to your commitment to the community as well.
Well, thank you for being brave to speak on your story
Yeah.
and then do something about it to
thank
inspire
you.
others, and that's really important.
Yeah.
You know, I commend you for that. So thank you for that.
I know. It's always been about access, you know. I think about when I was diagnosed, it was in 2004, and I was at an event at the Art Museum steps, and there was like this woman that I saw out of the corner of my eye, and I'm finally doing better, right? I did all of these treatments. I had access and could afford to do acupuncture and yoga and whole food nutrition, and I wanted to share all of these resources with her. So I went over to her, and I shared, and she cried. She said, "Oh, good for you. I could never afford that."
Wow.
And that was the day that I was like, okay, those 8 words opened my eyes to know that, healthcare is not equal. Shame on me. I'm thinking everyone could dive into this, right? Now all of a sudden it lit a fire. How do I start a nonprofit? How can I raise funds? How can we get this to everyone? And we just started, you know, one woman at a time, one program at a time, and now expanding across the nation. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have a team around me that is dynamic, my team, that can help us, you know, move mountains. And in Delaware, we are doing that with such a strong community that is behind us. So we thank you today for just telling people about us.
And it's definitely our pleasure. When someone's out there watching right now, right, that is dealing with breast cancer, ovarian cancer, mental health, what personal message would you give them right now?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Reach out. Don't feel like you have to do it alone. There's a lot of us that feel like, I'm strong, I got it. I can handle it on my own issue. There is so much to learn from other individuals, you know, and no one way is the right way to deal with a diagnosis. Some people are going to be like, yeah, great, I'm going to run this 5K, I'm going to do this, I'm going to fight it. And then you have others that are like crawled up in a ball and on a couch. They're both right. They are both the right way that you deal. Everybody has a different circumstance, but when you share or you lean into organizations like Unite for Her and some other ones that are out there, you get access to resources, you get access to knowledge, you can pick and choose what you want to use. But knowing that all of it is financially suited, like all set up for you, there's no financial burden for you, it takes that away, right? That there's no strings attached, that you're going to learn how to mitigate side effects and symptoms without more drugs and prescriptions.
Right.
So reach out, share your story. It doesn't mean that you have to share it with neighbors or friends, or share with nonprofits that can actually help you get resources that you need. Yeah.
Do you have a social media or what?
We do.
I know you have the website, so share that with us.
Yeah, uniteforher.org, and then our social media is Facebook and Instagram, and you know that's Unite for Her, the number 4. So please follow us. It's very, very lively and talks about all the services that we have. But yeah, and an easy way to get in touch with us for anything that you need is info@uniteforher.org.
Love
and
it.
that way we can route it to the right person.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm again, thank you for doing what you do, because a lot of people don't go through something and come back and help out.
Yeah.
But for you to understand your privilege and then see someone like, wait a minute, hold on, and then jump in to help. And now that there are thousands of women and men and our brothers and sisters that identify as them or whatever that is, they're saying someone out here cares. Someone out here is helping. And let's talk about that part too, because there is a community that and you have a part of the branch that assists them.
You got it. Their care box, Unite for Them. We are very mindful. We have an advisor that actually helps us understand that sense of belonging and that we are a place for everyone, right? And please know that your care box is going to be gender neutral. It's going to listen to you, understand the pronouns. We want to make sure that we are a community that's loving and embracing and not feeling that you are not being heard or seen and cared for. And we work hard on that every day and make sure we have advisors to teach us to know, how to embrace and lean into this community. So we have a Unite for Her is where Unite for Her started. Her is actually an acronym. It's helping to empower and restore. But breast cancer was, right? It's female oriented. Now all of a sudden you have a Unite for Him. We understood that, so we started rolling our pronouns and Unite for Them, understanding that our non-gender community, we love and embrace them, and we don't want them to feel like there is not a place where they can be heard and seen and valued.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How often should women get tested for breast cancer?
Yeah, so that is, we have a whole segment and Ask the Experts on this because it varies. It really does. Our young women are getting diagnosed. I was diagnosed at a young woman, but if you look at the standard, you're looking at 40 years old, you're going to go get a mammogram, and maybe it's every 2 years. But that's not the case if you have a family member like myself or my daughter now has to get scanned 10 years before I was diagnosed, right? She has to make sure that she's listening to and watching her signs and watching her body just because of my history. Everyone has a little bit of a different history that you want to be familiar with. Our Black and brown community, they want to make sure that they're looking at their breasts differently. Their breasts are denser, 6 times denser than the average white woman. That is hard to pick up on a mammogram. So for them to understand, to actually do their self-exams, to be proactive, if they have any type of family members that are diagnosed, to tell their doctor that they want to get scanned earlier than what the standard may be. The good thing about the cancer community that's happening in the medical community is that we have targeted treatments now, and that's moving in such a good direction. It's targeting different types of cancers, but those different types of cancers also warrant different reasoning on why you want to get scanned at different times. So thinking about your family members, thinking about your dense breasts, if you have them, what does that mean? I didn't even know what that meant, and I'm in the industry, and to be able to get educated, get on our Ask the Experts, learn about that. We just did a segment on this because it's not just this cut and dry 40 years old. I was diagnosed at 39, right? Like it's not that you wait for that time. You're always feeling and understanding your breast, doing self-exams, but know your family history. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, right? A lot of our community members say that, like, nobody told me that my mother sister had breast cancer, and here I should be watching for this. So talk to your family about it. Make sure that you're asking for your your auntie and your mother and finding out what their history is, so that you can do the best job in getting tested.
Love it. You have, I'm going through your website, and you have 2 events that's going on this week.
We have a lot of events.
Yeah, right. Look, I'm seeing like January is jam-packed with stuff. This event on Wednesday from 5 to 6, it's a virtual hangout, cooking methods 101.
We do. So this is our dynamic registered dietitian team who are incredible, and they go through and they just talk about, how to do whole food cooking. Some people don't know how to roast and bake and just the way that you're cutting your food, but it's all for just better access to good quality of food. So these are the dietitians. All 4 of them are going to be on. One of them is a Latina woman who actually works with our Spanish community. We do have a full Spanish program as well, and we're going to go on and just talk about food and how to prepare it. And food is joyful. Food is joyful, right?
We talk about that all the time.
And it's community, right? And it brings people together. So we're very excited. I'm hosting that for our dietitian team, but they'll be in their kitchens all around virtually, right? Thank goodness for Zoom. And they'll be showing different ways to prepare different, plant-based food.
How fun.
But we do this, like we have 48 live cooking demos that we do a year, and they're fun, and they talk about food for thought moments and how it can help with metallic taste in your mouth or digestive issues, and how food is medicine.
I love it.
Thanks for calling that out. So we have a lot. We have our Ask the Experts speaker series
on Thursday.
We do.
On Thursday, it's her speaker series.
You got that calendar up.
Yeah, this calendar. Look, if you go to uniteforher.org and go to events and you're going to be blown away with all the events that they have going on. We have to get you guys into the kitchen over at our Lancaster studio.
We would love, and our team.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would, before we wrap up, that you like to tell the world?
The world. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being
here.
Thank you for what you're doing in the community.
Community is important, right?
Yeah.
And the more that we all talk about, the care that is needed, integrative care helps cancer patients do better. There's data behind it. There's metrics behind it. That is important for us to be able to share. If you go on our website under uniteforher.org, SABCS, you'll see that we have a data and posters that we've done on the metrics on how our women are taking less drugs and prescriptions. 28% of them are surveyed saying that. They're able to mitigate their side effects and symptoms better, 94% saying they have better quality of life. They're able to adhere to treatment better. Data talks. So know that this isn't just a feel-good to get acupuncture, counseling, yoga, nutrition. It is whole patient care. And when we add that to the medical community, then you end up having a better result, better outcomes.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you again so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And thank you
My
for
pleasure.
spreading the message and sharing your story. And we wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Honored
to be here.
Thanks again.
You got it.
All right. There you go. Vincenza, what you think?
Always learning. I love this. And I love that we're able to give so many incredible, influential leaders an opportunity to share their story. And I think that's what's most powerful. I love it.
All right. Make sure you go to uniteforher.org. Check it out. If you're a woman or man that needs some help, and I don't even like to use the word help. I like to use the word assistance. Make sure you check it out. Go to the events page because it's popping, and get all the information. If you have anything, they have a contact us button on the website, so you can definitely talk one-on-one with someone. All right, we'll be right back after this message. Quick message from one of our sponsors, and when we get back, Michele Fidance of Multiplying Good is on the plaza telling how she and her organization is making Delaware a better place.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
I'm asking for 45 more years.
I'm asking for my baby girl.
I'm asking to see it up and running again.
I'm asking for all of us.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Ask about a prostate screening that can detect cancer when it's most treatable, so you can ask for so much more. Visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211 to learn more.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future, but Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
Welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. It's your main man, Big Ive, and my lovely co-host,
Vincenza.
All right, Vincenza, it's pageant season, and it's nominating season for Multiplying Good. I had to throw the pageant in there.
Oh, thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
kind.
You're welcome.
MissDelawareUSA.com.
There we
Okay.
Gotta love it.
More importantly, we are here to talk with a very influential leader in the community who I adore, and I know Ivan adores as well, the Michele Fidance from Multiplying Good. Welcome, Michele.
Gosh, I've never been called the Michele.
Oh,
Fidance.
yes.
The?
Oh,
Because
yes.
you know, there are 3 of us in Delaware.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I only know one.
So it's nice that you said the.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, you have that for me? I got something for you because we appreciate you.
Yes, we
but
do.
most of all, I want to say thank you for everything.
What?
Yes, there you go. Boom, boom, bang.
Thank
all
you.
For you. All right.
Thank you.
Merry
So
Christmas,
sweet.
Happy New Year. But thanks. If you don't know Michele is a huge part of the success of the Big Eye Turkey Drive and the Storm and Norman Turkey Drive. So thank you, Michele.
We had a blast.
We had a ball.
In
Scared
the
to death.
rain. In the rain. In the pouring rain, but we had a ball.
Scared to death.
Yeah.
We pulled it off.
We did.
And we were able to help people. So we definitely thank you for that.
Thanks for having me on the team.
You got it. Should wait till next year.
You have a dynamic woman on your team.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, most definitely. So I mean, where you want to put the rate, ma'am? Okay. You go over this later because it's like really, really nice.
Special. It's
Really,
really
yeah,
special.
it is special. It's from the whole Thomas clan and all.
Thank you.
But anyway, Multiplying Good.
Yes, sir.
For the people that's not too familiar with it, can you please tell us what Multiplying Good
I
is?
sure can. So we're a national nonprofit focused on elevating public service as a means to empower individuals. And what that boils down to is that we honor and celebrate people doing service around our country, both adults, youth, companies. But specifically, one of the things we've grown a lot, Vincenza, since you knew of us, is that we've now don't only give out awards, but we have 3 programs within the organization. One is the Jefferson Awards, which is the award we give out both locally and nationally to folks who are doing service in their communities. We also have a really dynamic program called Students in Action, which is a youth-based program in middle schools and high schools and youth-serving organizations all around the country. Here in Delaware, we have about 43 of those that we serve, and they created teams of students that are actually now activating service in their communities to impact the things that they care about. And then for our adult program, we have our corporate champions, and here in Delaware, 2 of our champions are Biotech Remedies, which is a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
And they recognize their employees for service. And then Newcastle County Government, thanks to Matt Meyer and his leadership. Matt was a former National Jefferson Award winner as well.
Oh, wow.
And so he has brought the Jefferson Awards into Newcastle County Government, and they award their employees each year as well. And then lastly, our media partner program, where we have media partners around the country who are the face of us, and they will seek nominations, collect them, then identify winners, and then celebrate them and award them.
Nice. Jeff Dag on Multiplying Good.
It's a lot.
Multiplying.
Right,
We're doing a lot.
It is.
Yes.
And for those that may not quite understand, let me break it down. This award is very prestigious. It's considered to be the Nobel Prize in community service. That's how tremendous it is.
Absolutely.
See,
Thank
I
you.
wear
He's
my
got
pin.
his pin on.
I got my pin on. I love it. I remember 2015 it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's all about community. That's when I started it started hitting me about community. So we want to make sure that you nominate people that can nominate.
So that's why I'm here today, to talk to you about our local ceremony, which we hold always in the spring in Delaware. And I think we're maybe one of 2 regions that do a local Jefferson Award in our communities. We've got 11 communities around the country, 11 chapters. But here in Delaware, we've been doing it quite a long time. And so this year, I'm looking here for nominations for folks that your viewers know that are serving the community.
Wow.
And looking to have them write a little story about the work they're doing and send it to us so we can then include them in this year's nomination process.
I love it. Oh my God, that's huge. You have anyone?
I have to say that this award has changed my life. So I don't know if we mentioned earlier, but Michele, I know that was it 2000? I think it was 2006.
Okay.
I was nominated for the Jefferson Awards before it changed and elevated to Multiplying Good through the Jefferson Awards, and it changed my life.
Yeah.
And I was nominated through my efforts in promoting literacy through my nonprofit literacy organization, Success Won't Wait, which I still do to this day. And when I started my nonprofit, and I volunteered. I was always an advocate for volunteerism and giving back to the community. I never set out to receive an award or be nominated. That's not what we do it for.
And that's what most people, Vincenza, say. Most winners say that exact same thing.
I didn't even know it existed.
Right.
And I think I remember it was Mayor Vance Funk nominated me for the local in the city of Newark, and I was just honored to be nominated. And then you advance to the state level, and I had advanced and I had won that level, and then I had advanced to the national level, and I was already honored from the local level to just be recognized, but to continue to be able to advance and meet the incredible, selfless, dynamic people who are doing what I'm doing and have the heart of a servant and giving back to the community and all their respective organizations and what they are passionate about was so uplifting for me to be around that, those types of people and how rewarding it was. And then to receive the honor of the national Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Award through the Jefferson Awards, it was just an honor in itself. And at that time, I was so young, and it was attending University of Delaware. I was competing in the Miss Delaware USA pageants. I was very involved in the community while promoting literacy. But to receive that award, it really is
life-changing.
It really was life-changing and still is to this day. And I'm very proud of it, and I keep it on my resume, and I wear my pin proudly. I didn't have my pin today.
They think I'm with the government when I walk in. They're like, wait a minute, that's an eagle. I'm like, yep, that's an eagle.
But it's a big deal, and I'm thankful and grateful for those who believed in me and recognized that in me and how it changed my life forever. So I recommend anyone that's interested in nominating someone who is in their community giving back, definitely reach out to Michele, reach out to Multiplying Good through the Jefferson Awards and nominate them, because it will change their life like it did mine and Ivan and many others around us.
How can people nominate?
So I think I sent in a link that if it's up on the screen, they can use that link. They can contact me at Multiplying Good. I will share the link with them. It's a straight online process, so we want everybody to go online. We have a selection committee that will read all the nominations. We will. We have several categories. So just to give you an example, we have the Young American category, so anybody 25 and under. We have the company and organization, so somebody like Sue's organization, who was on before me, could be getting a Jefferson Award. And then we have our youth category, which we've done through our Students in Action program. Our media partners will have their winners there. And who am I forgetting? And our champions will be there as well with winners. I know you were with us last year at the Delaware Awards.
Beautiful.
Down on the riverfront.
It was amazing to see. It was just awesome to see people that give a damn, right? And people that really do it without accolades or without the cameras being on them, right? And then just having everyone in one room, right? So it's really like a superhero convention.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that superhero
and
convention.
Vincenza's right. I mean, she speaks about herself as a winner and not having any idea that she was doing her service work. That's what it's all about. And all the winners I've met, both national and local, say the exact same thing.
Can you name some of the winners that you
So locally, let me see. So Delawareans may know these folks from Harper's Heart, Giovanna Andrews.
She's amazing.
Yes. Duffy Samuels from Duffy's Hope.
Yep. OG in the game. Yes. Love him.
Fred and Cora Reed from Reed's Refuge.
Oh my, yes.
Harry Kaswani from the Harry K Foundation.
Dope. Yeah, awesome guy.
Rocco Malin from Motorcycle Santa.
Yeah, we know Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco's awesome.
Judy Travis from Stockings for Soldiers.
Yeah.
And Marquivas Gideon.
Superhero convention.
We've had the honor of interviewing, I think, everybody on that list, and had the opportunity to have them on Good Morning Wilmington, and they are very deserving of that award. Very deserving, because we've had the honor to meet them, get to know them, and we see their heart and their passion that they give back to the community. So hats off to the people that nominated them.
Yeah. And our youth, I mean, they're the ones that really blow me away 24/7.
I know.
The young kids, the things that they're doing. And I know you know some of these youth as well, is Amani Henry for 100 Men Reading. Jacqueline Means was one of our winners.
Yes.
And she's doing amazing things in STEM.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this young man. His name is Braden Mannering.
No.
Bray's Brown Bags.
No.
Bray's been around a long time, and he's now in high school.
Okay.
But he's still giving out food to the homeless.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
we got to get him on.
You do.
Yeah.
Bray's a fantastic kid.
Love it.
And then another young girl close to my heart, Samantha Mitchell.
Okay.
Sammy's a young girl whose mom I work with, and Sammy has always been involved in our service projects. And we went to donate some things to a Friendship House one year, and she learned that the one thing that the homeless need are socks.
Yeah.
And so she took on a mission to collect 1,000 pairs of socks and donate them.
I love it. I freaking love the superhero convention.
It's
That's what y'all should name it.
It's so up. I love the superhero convention. That's actually very smart. It's just so rewarding. It's so uplifting, and to be around like-minded people that are giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking each year I'm going to run out of people in Delaware.
Never.
So that's why I wanted to come on this year and say, okay, we really have given the award to a lot of folks in Delaware. But I know there's other people.
Oh, there's more.
Quiet, what we call the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Yes,
that nobody
the unsung
knows about.
Heroes.
Yeah.
That's
that
what
nobody
they
knows
are.
about.
They're there, and there's many. There are so many, and I'm glad that you're here to spread the message, to look for who they are, because I'm sure people that are watching, tuning in, and listening are thinking about.
I hope they're
I know
thinking.
someone that is doing good in the community, and they don't care about the cameras. They don't care about social media.
No.
They're just out there
Doing
making a difference, doing it. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And I'm sure there'll be a plethora of emails coming through after
hope
today's
so.
interview nominating those unsung heroes.
So look at your camera over there, Michelle,
Okay.
right? And go ahead and tell people what they need to do.
So please contact me at Multiplying Good, Fidance at multiplyinggood.org, and I'll send you the link. If the link isn't on the screen right now because I can't see if it is or not. But do contact me. My number's 302-893-4518. And I'm happy to put your nominee in the process for this year's local Delaware Jefferson Awards.
Oh,
Thank you, Michelle.
thank you, Michelle.
Thank you both for having me.
No,
You're
thank
awesome,
you.
freaking awesome. All right, next up, Delaware Art Museum here on the plaza to let you know what they got going on over there. I like that. Delaware Art Museum is really doing a beautiful thing. Shout out to Iz. Love you, bro.
Love you, Iz.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great, great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think. Welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. It's your main man, Big Ive, and my hostess with the mostest, Vincenza.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Pageant ready. I swear to you, I swear to you.
I'm just TV ready.
TV ready.
Or Ivan ready, actually.
We'll be pageant ready soon.
We're ready.
Right.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
There you go. So Vincenza, we have Sophie Lynford up next from the Delaware Art Museum, who's going to tell us some things that the Delaware Art Museum what's happening down there. Sophie, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. All right, Sophie, Delaware Art Museum. What's it mean to you? What's happening?
Oh, well, the Delaware Art Museum is very special to me because it's the place that I work, but museums are also my happy place. So it is just a dream to get to be part of the team at the Delaware Art Museum.
Right.
And my job is, it's amazing that I get to do this every single day, is play with art. I oversee a collection at the Delaware Art Museum. It's called the Pre-Raphaelite Collection, and it's a collection of art that was produced in the mid-1800s up to 1900. The Pre-Raphaelites were British artists that were working all over the UK, and they were rebelling against academic conventional art. And so they were real renegades in the art world. And we have a really wonderful special exhibition up right now called The Rossettis, which focuses on a family of artists and writers and poets that were part of this Pre-Raphaelite group. And we're here to encourage people to come see it and celebrate this really exciting movement.
Now, this era for them was around the 1800s, right? Oh my! Oh, go ahead.
No, that's okay. No, I think that's fascinating that the Delaware Art Museum is able to showcase history and also paint that picture. Now, let's go back a little bit. So how long have you been a part of the Delaware Art Museum?
I've only been in Delaware for a year and a half.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Yes. I'm a brand new Delawarean. I'm born and raised in New York.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say Jersey.
Okay. I don't hear the accent though.
Yeah, I was going to say Jersey.
Okay, so continue.
I'm deeply offended.
Here it comes.
But I moved from Boston, where I was working in a museum up there. So I was working in a museum at the Harvard Art Museums, which has the second largest collection of Pre-Raphaelite art in the United States, and the Delaware Art Museum has the largest collection of Pre-Raphaelite art in the United States. So I like to say that I traded up.
Okay.
Wow.
And I always had this institution, this particular collection just was like on my vision board. I always wanted to work at this museum, and then this position came up about 2 years ago, and I got the job and moved from Boston to Delaware, and it's been a pleasure to get to know Wilmington and this museum, and to get to put on this major exhibition.
Right. Now this expedition, say it again,
So the exhibition is called The Rossettis, and that's because we're focusing on this one family, the Rossetti family. The sort of focus of the show are these 4 siblings. They were all 1 year apart. They were born from 1827 to 1830. And it's 2 sisters and 2 brothers. The most famous artist of the group is Dante Gabriel Rossetti, and he was a founder of this other art movement called this Pre-Raphaelite movement. And then his other siblings, his sister Christina Rossetti was a very famous poet, and she wrote over 1,000 poems during her lifetime, and she was arguably much more well-known and celebrated than even her brother, though his paintings are so recognizable today.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like what you see in a church, on a church stained glass, right?
That is such an astute observation, Ivan, because the Pre-Raphaelites, this name is really inaccessible and opaque. Like when you hear Impressionists or Cubists, you sort of know exactly what type of art that looks like. But the Pre-Raphaelites, they liked the fact that they had sort of this mysterious name. So they're working in the 1800s, but actually their whole sort of shtick is that they want to go back to the type of art before the Renaissance, before this Italian Renaissance artist Raphael. So they called themselves the Pre-Raphaelites. And so the type of art that they were looking to sort of, get the ethos of, they took inspiration from, was stained glass art from the Renaissance, fresco painting, mural painting. And so, you could be an art historian too.
I think I could.
It's it truly is fascinating, but also very educational for me because I'm fascinated. Ivan had pulled up some of the artwork on his iPad just to kind of paint that picture for us, no
Right.
pun intended. But I really appreciate fine art. And I love that the Delaware Art Museum is able to showcase that and also educate us on the history and the story of the family and the siblings. And I didn't know anything of that.
Yeah.
And I love that the Delaware Art Museum is able to showcase that and just educate the community about history.
Yeah.
And the artwork is beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
It's really special, and so this is what we call a loan exhibition. So it's about 150 works of art, and most of them are from the United Kingdom. And so we do have wonderful works of art in our collection, but we've brought together all of these works from all over the world. And so this exhibition was actually a partnership with a major museum in London called Tate Britain. And the Tate is a large national museum in the UK. They often partner with large American museums like the Metropolitan Museum, the National Gallery. But a couple of years ago, the Tate approached Delaware Art Museum and said, listen, we're going to do this major show called the Rossettis, but we can't do it without Delaware's paintings by Dante Gabriel Rossetti. So let's propose a trade. If you lend us your paintings, in return, would you like to take the whole show? And so this was too good an offer to turn down. So we ended up lending 13 works and in return got 150. So that is a real testament to how important Delaware Art Museum's paintings are, not only to the state of Delaware, which we're so proud to have this in our home state, but to this larger art world more broadly.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Delaware Art Museum is definitely
Delaware is kind of a big deal too.
Yeah, and I want to know, do they have ties? Do the Rossettis have ties to Delaware?
The Rossettis do not have ties to Delaware. They were Italian, British artists. They were in London. But the reason that this art is in Delaware is because of a Wilmington industrialist. His name was Samuel Bancroft. He was born in the mid 1800s, and in 1880, he lived in Wilmington. He ran with his brother Bancroft Mills, which was a textile sort of finishing company. And he went to England in 1880, and he saw his first Pre-Raphaelite paintings in that year in London. And he said that he was shocked with delight. And so then he started collecting Pre-Raphaelite paintings from Wilmington. He was buying them. They were traveling across the ocean. He built his house in this estate, Rockford, and he assembled the largest collection of Pre-Raphaelite art outside of the UK. And so he died in 1915, and in 1935, his heirs bequeathed, so they left Bancroft's collection to what was then known as the Wilmington Society of the Fine Arts, which was an organization that did pop-up exhibitions all around Wilmington. They didn't have their own building. But with that big collection of Pre-Raphaelite art, they also gave 11 acres of land on which to build a museum to house and display this collection. And that is the site that the Delaware Art Museum is on today.
Did you know that? I did not know that. But that's how amazing Delaware is. Thank you for sharing
And so
that.
it is. This museum is almost 90 years old, and it has these stellar collections that people come from all over the world to see. And so this show, the Rossettis, is the largest show that the museum has ever mounted, and our attendance records have just been off the charts with seeing this show. There's 2 weeks left. It closes on January 28th is the last day. So I encourage everyone who has not yet seen the show to please come to Delaware Art Museum, see it, because all of these works are going to go back. They're in a lot of private collections in the UK, which means they're not in museums, they're in people's homes. And so these probably won't be seen, for decades again in the public eye.
Now, how can someone purchase tickets to see the show?
You can purchase tickets online at delart.org, but you can also just walk in on the same day and buy tickets at our front desk. We never have a line out the door, but maybe because I'm here on Good Morning Wilmington, we will.
You daggone right you will.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Can you maybe share the website, any way we can follow, or our viewers and listeners can follow as well?
Yes. Well, so the website is delart.org, but we also have robust social media presence, Del Art Museum on Instagram. And if you go on there, you may see some other videos of me promoting the show.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you recognize me from all of my IG cameos, it's really, we have a fun account. We have a wonderful digital storyteller, Shannon Woodlow, who does all of those videos, and if you follow us, you won't be sorry. And so please come see the show. And I'll also plug my absolute favorite thing about the Delaware Art Museum is from May to September, we have happy hours every Thursday night.
What? Happy hour at the museum?
Yes, and so it's in our sculpture garden. We have an outside bar. We have food trucks. We have music.
When is this again?
So this is Ivan lights up now.
Mark your calendar.
May to September. But we just got a major grant from the Art Bridges Foundation to do indoor happy hours on the third Thursday of every month until May. So January 18th, come to the museum. There's going to be music.
Oh, that's
drinks.
Fantastic.
You can see the exhibition, Ivan. I expect to see you there.
I will be there.
And then in May, starting in May, every Thursday.
Okay.
So
you got to come back and
That's
just remind the
fantastic,
people.
yes.
All right?
I will.
All right. I love it.
will.
All right. Gee whiz.
That's really neat. I've learned so much. I'm always learning here at Good Morning Wilmington, but that really was fascinating. The
really
information
was.
that information that you were able to provide with to us and share with the listeners and viewers. I mean, no reason. We have to go check out Delaware Art Museum.
Yes, you
definitely
must.
check out this exhibition, the artwork. Just scrolling on the iPad, you could see the detail, the oil paintings. I mean, such detail that you see that they're offering and showcasing. This definitely is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to visit Delaware Art Museum.
What's so dope about this this artistry, right, is that you said you have 4 siblings. This is mere storytelling when you look at the art, right? The wedding, and like the daughter here, right? Oh, Fazio's mistress.
Yeah, so listen, for people who are interested in drama, intrigue,
this is it, right?
backstabbing, affairs, the Rossetti has it. The Rossettis were, they were a 19th century family, but their story is very recognizable to everyone today. They're 4 siblings, then a wider group of friends. People were sleeping with each other's wives, and this sort of comes out in the art. And there's something for everyone. So you should definitely. Yes,
this is
there's
Dynasty.
lots of drama.
This is an episode of Dynasty.
Succession. You have the whole thing.
Oh
yes,
God,
please.
Yes. Okay.
And on that note,
go get your tickets.
Check it out.
Beautiful thing. Thank you for coming. Delaware Art Museum. That's your camera right there, your community camera. Go ahead and invite the people to this beautiful event.
Please come to the Delaware Art Museum and see the Rossettis, which closes on January 28th. Thanks for having me.
I can't wait. I'm okay. We're going to check it out. All right. Vin,
Thank you again.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I'm just shocked because, the Delaware Art Museum is doing some beautiful things in the community. So Delaware Art Museum, shout out to you and hats off and salute. As for that, let's get out of here.
Another great show.
Another great show.
Some dynamic women we had on the show. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to everyone here at DETV for everything that you do, especially behind the scenes, all of the staff.
Yeah.
Because without them, we wouldn't be here. And hats off to all of the people and individuals that helped with the New Year's Eve event. Hats off to them as well, because it was a spectacular event. And again, partying for a purpose, benefiting mental health and behavioral awareness. That's what 2024 is going to be all about. Ivan, we're going to continue the conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
And making sure that we share with all of our viewers and listeners that it's important to take care of yourself. 2024 is your year.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of your health first so you can help the ones around you that you love. And you too, Ivan.
Oh, you don't got to worry about that. That's
Don't
my.
forget to remind me every once in a while.
No, that's my. Look, I swear to you, Vincenza, that is my agenda moving forward. It's Ivan first, DETV second.
Yes.
Because for many years,
And I respect that.
Many years, I put DETV in front of my health, and just to be, quite honest, my health took a toll on it, and that will never happen again.
That's right.
So it's one thing about being in a hustle and hustling, but it's also one thing being selfish. And selfish is not a bad word.
No, it's
being
not.
selfish and taking care of self before you handle anything
Right.
else.
Especially if it's about your health.
That's right. That's right. And your money. And your health.
Your health.
And your money.
And your health.
And your health.
Health and wealth. Health and wealth.
DETV. See you on the other side of awesomeness. It's your main man, Big Ive, and
Vincenza. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you soon.